Ladies and gentlemen, you have to decide whose interest is greater. That of the American family of Hector Ruiz, who was chased to his death by a notorious street gang? Or that of the non-American member of that gang?
A hardworking young man like yourself shouldn't have to sue the government just to keep from being ripped away from his family, his life, his future.
I was walking to the bus stop and a cop saw my tattoo and jumped out on me.
You mean they suspected you were a member of the gang?
What about the plaintiff, Mr. Rodriguez? Do you know him to be a member of Los Diablos?
He hung out with them all the time.
Racial profiling is unconstitutional.
The question presented is whether the government can pursue an action of deportation against Gabriel Rodriguez. You must decide whether Mr. Rodriguez has violated his privilege to remain in the country.
If he is a gang member, should he be deported?
We don't know that he's not a gang member.
Terrorize, street crimes, illegal, like all these words that are meant to instill fear so that we fear a group of people, and it's easier to dehumanize them and it's easier to make them criminals, whether they are proven or not.
We have immigration and we have illegal immigration. And I firmly believe that they should not be the same word at all. We don't have sex and illegal sex. We have sex and rape.
There's a big issue there as to whether he really is a gang member or not, and that needs to be further proven.
This case is now in your hands.
This exercise is an opportunity for us to revert back to the days of old, where people who may not share the same opinion could get in a room and talk about it.
We live in a capitalistic society, and we need to acknowledge that your value as an immigrant is also fetishized as your value as how much you can provide to this country economically.
We have laws in this country, and if we disagree with the laws, we have to change them. But just like we can't walk into somebody's house and sit and have dinner with them uninvited, we have a process for people to come here legally.
But no one ever offers me an opportunity to become a citizen. You know, you're claiming that you want people to become citizens. Who here is willing to sponsor me to become a citizen because I want to change my life?
If you don't like either the laws deporting people, or you don't like the laws that set a limit of approximately 1 million people a year given lawful status in this country, there's a way to solve that. Change the representation in Congress to the people that you think will actually enact it.
How does this jury vote? Wow.
I like the experience. I like that people were honest with their comments, and I like that it provokes debate.
This was a great experience. I really enjoyed the conversation that happened afterwards. Of course, the movie was great. It was really engaging to watch it. But the conversation afterwards really challenged me to think, challenged me to engage this conversation on a number of levels that I'm definitely going to go home thinking differently about.
I found the experience of the trial by jury to be very thoughtful and thought-provoking. It was a well-done film, and the participants in the discussion were excellent.
This conversation needs to be happening much more so that laws can change. It seemed like a general consensus was that there's a problem with the immigration law that we have, and so it would be helpful for this conversation to happen a bit more so we can hopefully get some people involved in fixing the law.
I would tell people to come if they want to open their minds and think about current issues. The subject of immigration and what our policy might be is certainly something that needs a lot more work.